Hey everybody, welcome back to Wargaming Lab. This is our Germany Hearts of Iron 3 Black Ice playthrough, and it is October 2nd, 1942. So where are we at? We've surrounded Leningrad. We're making a run for Helsinki, and I'll cue you guys in. I played ahead a little bit just to see what would happen, and we do flip Finland, capturing Helsinki, Turku, and unfortunately Vasa. I was able to pull that off. But in doing so, it causes a bug where Finland flips back and forth between common turret and Axis every hour. So it basically breaks the game. So what we're going to do is just pull this back, and we're going to just functionally treat Finland like it's a member of the Comintern until the end of the game. I don't really know what else to do. We'd have to jump back to 1940 to fix it, and there's no reason to do that. So we'll send first motorized corps down to... We're going to need them down here. So let's send them back. And we'll maintain our siege of Leningrad. We'll keep on sniping Soviet subs as they come out of Leningrad. We're going to try to close up this pocket here around Homel and push to Bryansk. We have 1 month left of offensive action, probably. And maybe push to Stalino and the outskirts of Kharkov. Also Sevastopol before we're not able to move anymore. Because weather effects and all that jazz, along with some Soviet national decisions, will make it pretty much impossible to move once all that triggers. So enough backstory, let's get into the game. We'll be spawning our Marine divisions around Leningrad as well. They can help maintain that siege. We're going to have some trouble holding on to this this pocket here. So what I'm probably going to do is send second motorized down here and then send first armored up here, since we really need tanks to hold this pocket. We'll see if we have the time to do that, though. We're also going to need some new police units imminently, so let's spawn some of those. Forget where those are located. Right there, and light vehicle. Okay, so something like... Oh man, I'm a little out of practice here. Let's go like that, and then we'll give them motorcycles probably later, or recon cavalry, doesn't really matter which. Okay, that'll cover Ukraine. We need to start moving some armor down here. We're going to have trouble holding this line when winter hits. Go up to 2 speed. Yeah, so much for Finland. That's a bummer. If we do another Germany playthrough later in the channel, we can fix that with diplomacy early on. That was my mistake. Let's get some more pillboxes going here. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold on to Valdaj. I'd like to, but might not be so lucky. get some supplies going over here. And over here. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get a small encirclement right there. Kind of need our armor up here. Okay, we're going to have problems imminently holding this front right here. So let's get 6th Mountain down to Sulla, and then we're going to have to slowly push back. We just don't have enough troops up here. Okay, let's start building the remainder of 9th Army. Get 2 corps worth of infantry, and we can attach stuff later since there will be space in that chain of command. 126, 27, 29. Yeah, again, this wouldn't normally be sequential in real life, but I'm OCD in this game, so okay. And then we just need to get this attached and division commanders assigned, and then they can head to Ukraine. I'd like to have a logistics commander. It doesn't really matter. Like, this guy would be a fine corps commander because of that logistics bonus. I want to have a level 3 commander for the defense, since that'll be in charge of the battle. At least one level 3. And then a bunch of other defensive generals. We're going to need defensive traits in the winter. Old Guard's actually pretty good since it gives a dig-in bonus. In basic Hearts of Iron 3 that's unmodded, Old Guard's actually a really gnarly modifier. It doesn't give you any benefits. In Vice, that's not really true. You gain fort defense, regular defense, and dig-in bonus. You just lose attack speed and offense. And for the winter, not a big deal. We'll do a mixture of commanders for this corps because they are going to be offensive at some point. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's just go through. We'll do an Old Guard for that, and let's get this army headed to Ukraine. Rookie. All right, so we're slowly consolidating this pocket, and we're withdrawing from Finland down south. We're going to probably withdraw to Keshtanga as well. 9th will stay there until they're able to cover the retreat of 10th. 8th can head back to Ranua. And then these bombers are going to just keep ground striking. I don't think the Soviet Air Force has any planes up here. Because we control all the airfields as far... I think their closest airfield is Petrozadovsk, and they don't have any airplanes there. Although they do have planes based in Finland, it appears. I'd like to, in theory, hold on to Viipuri, but I can't devote the forces to that. That's a shame, but we can always push it back and gain it later. Okay, let's finish these interceptor groups. These interceptor groups are kind of necessary to gain air superiority, and we obviously didn't do that this year. 8, 4. Let's just get this on a air intercept mission out of Riga. will go 250 kilometers. Okay, we can start withdrawing these SS divisions south. For now, we're going to just keep these infantry corps where they're at. You can see those guard divisions are starting to pile up. That's very concerning. We're going to have serious problems in November and December. I'm telling you right now. Okay. Great. We are pushing across the river right here. But we don't have much of offensive ability right here. All our armor is up north. Let's pull these out. We can't strengthen the middle front here until this pocket is closed. Okay, we should be able to push there any moment now. 16th, 17th, 18th. We can start spreading some of this armor north. And 12th. Like I was saying earlier, I'd like to unlock some of these armored divisions for the Demyansk area, which is not currently a pocket, and we won't let it be one, but getting pushed back to Kulm is kind of disastrous because it gives the Soviets an ability to push into the rear of Army Group Center, which is actually, I think, historically what happened, at least in part. So we don't want that to happen. So let's get another interceptor group started. Choyniki. Nice, that battle's over. Okay, this one's not going very well. Let's stop attacking with 65th. Really need that envelopment bonus. Okay, that's a motorized division. We need some air attacks, otherwise we're going to make no progress there in a reasonable time frame. Okay, STG 4 can't reach. STG 3 should be able to. And then let's do a air superiority mission just in case. 6, 5. Okay, our airfields are kind of inadequate. Let's build some more. Let's put these up further in the line. Okay, that's okay. Riga's okay. Tallinn and Parnua are okay. Narva's okay. Yeah, it's just the airfields in the center of the front are kind of a joke. Okay, and then 15th Panzer Grenadier needs to come down here. Okay. Things are starting to shape up. Let's attack with that corps as soon as we're able. And we're going to stop this attack and we'll finish them off in this area. We're losing too many troops on that attack anyway. And also better to let the AI attack you because the bonuses are so lopsided in attack and defense. Let's move 65th over here since they're out of strength. Okay, now we've released these SS divisions. Let's pull them down here. And 1st and 2nd can just be armored support for those infantry. And then 3rd can... we need to spread out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, still having some supply issues. Okay, Mykolaiev's more important. Let's get some more convoys going. We're going to need them imminently. Okay, so it's actually 8th Mountain is in trouble here. Let's pull the Corps Command into Ranawa to help prevent an overrun. 6th really can't help, they're under strength. And 4th and 5th can't help either. Yelnia. Okay. Alright, so we did push into Rolstavel. Let's pull up the infantry behind so we can keep advancing. We do have another mountain corps coming out, and we are going to send them to Finland because we can't afford this front to collapse. It's too valuable to pull Soviet units out of position. Kherson. Nice. Okay, the divisions there were destroyed. Let's move into Crimea. Okay. I need to get some air units going again. Intercept. Air intercept. Oh, this is out. Every once in a while, I feel like even if I'm not changing the orders, these intercept missions will just abruptly end for no particular reason. Can't explain that. Now, let's see. Saudi Arabia wants destroyers, and so does Ecuador. Hell no. Yeah, we're getting chewed up right here. This is a really big battle. Almost 200,000 Soviets versus 70,000 Germans. Sounds about right. Okay, let's actually keep this motorized division there. We're being attacked across the river. This attack has restarted. These guys can help. I've also thought, you know, what does it mean to just capture Helsinki by itself and hold on to that? And I don't think it's worth diverting an entire corps just to hold one victory point. I'd rather have them down here. Okay. Kind of predictable attacks so far. Nothing is too concerning except for right here. Alright, let's start heading east again. That should go just fine. Okay, we're having some supply issues on that core. I wonder if I can get... No, I can't get supplies that far east. But I can get it that far east. Our Marine divisions are coming out in a moment. Okay, 10th Mountain shattered. It's honestly kind of a disaster. And 8th is cut off. So this whole front is collapsed. 9th needs to head back. Just not micromanaging it very well. At least we didn't lose 10th outright. We're going to lose probably 8th that way. What we can at least try is getting these bomber units to help out with weakening the units that are attacking us. Because 8th still has combat ability, they're just surrounded. Yeah, that's helping. And 9th is retreating fast enough, I'm not too worried about it. If we can get 9th back to Kemi, I'll push 8th into Raunua, and 9th can come up for support. 6th is going to head straight for Khalil Salmi. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, I think it's going to be about 50-50 whether 8th Mountain survives that. Sophianga, yeah, we knew about that. Okay, here's our Marine divisions. Let's put these into the line. 1 and 2. And these are going to be used in this area. We'll just normally you would do an amphibious general, but they're not going to be they're not going to be used for attacking this year really. So we'll just give them standard division commanders. And assign this corps to 1st Army. And let's just give it any general really, don't matter. And when they get up to strength, we can use them to reinforce this area. Krasnoperkop. Nice, okay. I think we were attacking and being attacked at the same time right there, and that's resolved. We go back down to 1 speed. Okay, I'd like to capture this since it's forested. That's good defensive terrain. Let's go support attack, support attack, support attack. Man, we're okay. We left a breach in our line here. And I also missed I think an earlier opportunity to issue orders here to do an overrun. Yeah, 2 speeds is too fast. That just proved it to me. Okay, and let's go down south here. Let's get this guy into the line. We might actually need to start a spoiling attack because I think 64th Infantry might actually lose that battle. Rachitsa, we're going to win that battle. That's good. 15th. 15th. Okay. Let's actually pull these down. I don't think we need them there. We need them here. This is where we're going to get attacked a bunch this winter. And yes, it seems like a kind of an overload of infantry divisions, but they're necessary for defense. It would be nice to get to Mozaisk and Kaluga. We're going to make one last push. We have 20 days or so to do that. We're making the push down south already. Let's kill that attack and destroy the divisions that are attacking us first. Yep, that was a good call. These panzers are needed here just to hold that frontage while the infantry is busy. These attacks are going great. I don't know if we'll break into Bryansk from across the river. We might need to head south. Something like that. 15th. And I might have to use these motorized divisions here to hold this rear line. Because I don't think these guys are going to be able to move anytime soon until those counterattacks are done. And even though we tried to withdraw them, these motorized divisions up here are busy. Just maintaining this northern barrier. Okay, so 9th did make it out. Okay, so our next mission here is to use these two to break this division and immediately attack it with 9th. And let's go supporting attack with the Corps Command. If that ski division doesn't die, then 8th Mountain is toast. So we're at a race for time here. 6th Division might be able to help a bit. 8th is holding its own for now. We'll have to give this division a fictitious award for surviving if it does, because it's entirely our fault that it was in that position. Let's push to Poltava since we destroyed that offensive. Yeah, I think that should be able to be taken. 71, 81, 85. Let's push this core up here, and we're actually going to move this whole core down this way. Allow us to release some of these panzers. Let's send 24th down here. Something like that. Yeah, these guys are getting counterattacked pretty fiercely. Gotta pull 17th Panzer out of the line. It's not easy. Let's move. No, 3rd Army can stay there. So can that. First Panzer Army can go to Vitebsk. Let's just fix that. Fix that. Yeah, okay. We knew there was a gap in the front there, but that's not actually as big of a deal as I thought it would be. 126th Panzer catches up. That'll be all right. Okay, this attack needs to stop. We're not strong enough. Okay, I think we're going to have to just wait here for a minute. Okay. Yeah, that infantry corps should help stabilize things here. Okay, let's put these Navy guys in Inner Gulf of Finland. Okay. Yeah, I think 8th Mountain is going to live. And we're doing some damage to this Finnish ski unit, so I'm not terribly concerned now. Don't want to lose our core command though. I'm just using it for the envelopment bonus. Or actually there isn't an envelopment bonus. We would probably have to have a unit on the side, but it's still helping. 6th Division will take probably at least 2 days to get ready to attack, so they won't be able to help right away. Okay, we need to... Let's pull this infantry back in here. We need to start pulling some of these Panzer Grenadier divisions out before they shatter. Which actually means to me that we probably should... Yeah, we're going to have to abandon Valdaj. We don't have enough reserves in the area to maintain that. Okay, we have a second line of infantry though that'll make a big difference. And we're sending our Stug and heavy armor units that way, so that'll help. Yep, there's too many units are attacking here. It's just not realistic. Okay, let's put these over here. We'll hold on to Demyansk. Okay, looking good. We'll send 15th down since they're not actually occupied right now. You know the Soviets are recovering when you're spending more time defending while you're attacking and then you're spending attacking, which is a very good strategy for the Soviets. Removes our ability to do anything strategic. Okay, 93rd needs to come out. We actually need to send that unit that way. Okay, we might actually have to pull back these panzer divisions. I'm going to pull back motorized to... Well, actually, I don't know if I can. We got to stabilize things down here. I might need to send this infantry corps up that way and wait until 9th gets down here to actually continue advancing. Things are not going that great already. Okay, so that's over. And these units are not in the condition to attack, really. So we're just going to hold out for a minute. These ones are better, but they're being attacked by more divisions, so... Alright. Great. Let's open that supply route. We never did that, actually. And I think 5th Mountain by itself can probably hold Salah. So we'll send them that way. This river crossing here is pretty niche. I think 4th Mountain can take care of it. Okay, these are finally available. We need them down south. And we can start... Yeah, why not? We can start moving these Marine divisions over here. JG8. Why is that not on intercept? So there's that bug again. 250. I'll just go max. Why not? This will be Army Group North as well. They're still organizing. They're not ready to be used. Let's see. That's fine. Okay, 15th. When 15th gets here, we can start attacking. Okay, that's not working. Let's send our SS divisions down here to get some combat experience. I think 64th Infantry might break, actually, so we're going to pull them across the river before they shatter. And we'll just hold this with our part of that pocket with our SS divisions. Slow bin. Yeah, I think the combat effectiveness of 64th and 65th kind of got ruined by lack of supply. Okay, we did capture Poltava. I'm not convinced we'll be able to hold on to that for very long. Nice. Okay, 9th is being attacked by an armored division. We need to break this ski division though, otherwise 8th is dead. So we're going to keep attacking for a moment, even though we're getting a double battle penalty for this division. Multiple combat penalty. Okay, we do have those landing craft, but we won't be using them for a while, so no rush there. Okay, those are not doing anything. Let's do naval attack with these multi-role fighters. Actually, first let's spread them out a little bit, since I think we're overloading the Riga airport. It's better. Let's do naval strike. We have dedicated naval bombers coming out, but they're not going to be ready till next year. This isn't looking good either. These divisions are in too poor shape to stay in Pino. 8th is about to shatter. Okay, there's... At least it's a defensive battle. Yeah, their attack modifier is pretty low. This corps is out of supply. That division's out of strength. That division's out of strength. That division's over a river. Okay, we finally won that battle. Which means we can move these guys that way. 15th can go back. Yeah, see, I wasn't paying attention. There goes that core command. Let's move them up there with 10th, and we'll ship them back up when they're not 0 strength. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think 8th is dead, because we just got attacked by a brand new division. 9th by itself isn't going to be able to do much here. It's a really mismanaged this front. It's a shame. I mean, this is almost shattered. But we're being attacked by 2 divisions now. This is going to be really tricky. I wonder, you know what? I think we need to send our Navy up here for the shore bombardment bonus. We need to find some kind of combat bonuses somewhere, and it's one of our only tools left. Okay, these guys can go into strategic movement now to Colm. Oh, well, that's good. So that ski division shattered. So what that means is we can move 6th into Ranua, and 8th can retreat as soon as 6th gets into Ranua. Okay. 4th Infantry will hold no problem. 836 defense modifier. We'll have the Marine divisions to cover that flank as well. It's this area that really concerns me, right here, and this central front in central Ukraine, especially when the winter shows up. And with our ongoing supply issues. Okay, all right. Well, at least we got these SS divisions into position. We did capture Novomoskovsk. Okay, should be able to hold here when those infantry get into place. And we should be able to capture Crimea once we wear out this motorized division. Our only real strategic reserve, 10 infantry divisions from 9th Army, are headed to southern Ukraine. We do have 5 more mountain divisions we'll send to Finland. We need to focus most of our energy on making sure that 8th Mountain gets out alive. Feeling a little bit more confident than I was 5 minutes ago. If I had 5th Mountain in position, they could help maybe, but they're too far away. Okay, 9th motorized is toast. Not as worried about Demyansk because it's this Pinot front that I don't want to lose. And it's hills too, so that's a nice defensive bonus. If we look at our infantry, they gain a 32% hill defense bonus. I don't think motorized infantry get the same bonus. No, they don't get any bonus except for a movement penalty. It would be nice if our infantry divisions had some anti-air or heavy anti-tank components, but they don't. All right, let's keep attacking east. Maybe we can do some spoiling attacks this way. And these guys will go due east. And then these guys will go due east. And something like that. Okay, that's our last push toward Moscow for the year. We're getting chewed up just holding this perimeter. I don't think we're going to be able to get to Bryansk unless we can make some breakthrough up north. Okay, let's try attacking here and see how far we get. Okay, most of those guys are out of... We're getting lack of supplies as an issue. Here, let's just keep moving our armor south as we're able to get infantry into the line. Poltava will just dig in. This is kind of a weak point. Infantry, standard infantry gets woods defense plus 63%, which is a really big deal. What's the difference between woods and forest? I don't think I ever explained that. The way I think I interpret forest is forest has like a dense understory and woods does not. I'm just going to throw that out there. It probably doesn't actually mean that. The forest defense bonus is higher, I guess, because there's more cover in forest than there is in woods. But woods is still better than open plains. Infantry, horse-drawn infantry get decimated in open steppe like that. Okay, I think we've stabilized things right here. And it looks like Crimea should be freeing up soon. Okay, we've... Man, that SS division really didn't get there in time, did it? Let's just attack with these two divisions. They're under strength, but at least it holds them in place. And then we're going to actually free up this corps to start filling in over here. I don't want to lose this battle because it'll open up the flank of fourth. No, that is Fourth Army. Let's see. Fourth Army. So Fourth Army is holding the marshes. It'll open up the flank of Fifth Army if I do that. Okay, let's send this guy this way. Okay, things are stabilizing a little bit. We're just getting really just absolutely trashed right here. And I'm not sure what to do about it. We did push into Baitosh, and we're running into pretty big supply issues in Ugra. 18%, that's not great. Okay, I think first motorist should get down here in time. Okay, I think 8th is going to survive because they're doing a good job of defending their existing frontage. So I think we dodged a very, very fast bullet right there. JG3. Great. If I had motorized infantry, I may be able to get a overrun here, but it doesn't look like it. The terrain between Kremenchuk and Kharkov is just open steppe. Not good infantry terrain. And our armor is still bogged down. Won't be soon, but I think by that point it'll be November and we'll be running into different issues. Well, this attack just never ends. So, okay, we knew about that. Let's get these out. These need to recover in time to be available to defend this frontage. So can't just let them get chewed up down to that level. Okay, we did push to Vyazma. And let's actually keep these here for the support attack. It looks like Baitosh as well. But this corps, 4th Panzer Corps, is getting absolutely decimated in the process. 9th Panzer needs to come out. We'll send 20th over there. Supply issues in this area. 93rd can go back in. Why not? If they're going to let us take Fedorivka, we'll just do that. Okay, this is mostly stabilized. All right, let's push to Kerch with that division, and then we'll head to Yalta with the rest. High velocity gun comes out in December, a little bit late. That'll help us a bit with the Soviet Guards divisions. Okay, we knew that would work because that division's out of strength completely. 19th and 20th. You're going to actually attack that way. Okay, 9th Army is showing up just in time. Okay. This is taking too long. Let's just do a strategic redeployment and do the same thing here. Nice. Okay, that's finally done. Okay, we're getting attacked in Poltava. We knew that would happen. It's just a crappy garrison division. That should be over momentarily. Let's pull the 21st back. They're out of strength. Okay, there comes our armored support. Okay, Sumo Salmi, Luban. 9th is defending actually very, very well in Kemi. Might be able to actually hold that. 6th is almost there. Remember, we can't retreat to Posio because it's got one infrastructure. It's not a movable province. So Taki. 6th will be in Ranua on the 16th at 11. Okay, yeah, we've pretty much captured the Crimea at this point. They don't have any units available down there. Kind of probably not going to be able to reach Rostov this year. There's not enough time. Burin. Okay, so maybe this division did get there in time. Nope. Nope, not enough time. That probably won't work, but it's enough to hold them there. And they're getting ground attacked by our units here, so let's do a support attack with this panzer headquarters. Why not? Yeah. Oh man, so this whole two cores worth of units got chewed out just holding Rostovel. That might have been enough to keep us from getting to Bryansk. That's a huge bummer. Okay, they're pretty unhappy that we captured Vyazma. I'm not surprised. You can see all the Guards divisions that are being spawned. This is why winning as Germany is very, very difficult. There are many, many, many better players than me. That's like an understatement. I see posts on the Black Eyes forums and the Paradox Interactive forums and website about how to do Germany properly, and I've never pulled it off, even with the default units. Unless I go to the very easiest setting, and then it's kind of no fun. It feels like you're cheating. So, 68. Okay. Slopin. So they're actually counterattacking us right here. They're all out of Strength. Well, no, not completely. I think by itself, 68th might get overwhelmed. We got 4 more divisions coming in. Would have liked to have seen. Let's do these 3 too. Wait, how is that out of range? Are you kidding me? Our Stukas have awful engagement range. But yeah, the air attacks are making a big difference. Okay, 22nd can come out of the line. Okay, I think this is just a distraction. Let's move everything back to Femerovka. Sink a bunch of... So, that's funny. These Danish subs here were probably hanging out there since 1940, and we just sank most of them. Okay, 8th can come out. We've managed to save 8th Mountain. We only have 3 divisions left in 2nd Mountain Corps. Oh, sorry, not this one. And that's not enough to hold western, the Swedish border. So we're going to have to probably start pulling back up to Nautsi, maybe. I think 5th Mountain holding onto Sala is definitely possible, but I don't see us holding this line here. Because we have 3 divisions and there's 4 provinces we have to defend. So, in fact, I'm going to actually pull back 9th now to Lohijärvi. And I'm going to attack with 6 just to slow these guys down for a minute to give these guys a chance to retreat. But not for very long, because I don't want to shatter this division that we spent so much time getting back up here. So it says it can get to Lohijärvi in 2 days. We're moving at 6 kilometers an hour. That's probably enough of a slowdown. We'll see. Yeah, no, we'll be fine. Okay, so there's no remaining territory that these Navy units can help us with shore bombardment on, so we'll pull these guys back down to this area. 5th, yeah, you're holding out just fine. Yeah, this core won't be available for a little bit longer. Vyazma's, the defense of Vyazma, whatever, is going well. Let's get these up here. Let's get that there. Send these guys that way. We'll send these guys that way. Oh, I don't know. Actually, we might lose this. Might lose this. 53rd. 51st. Yeah, no, we're going to lose this. I'm going to just pull back. It's not necessary to hold on to Rossavo for that. You can see how many units they were attacking us with. It's just freaking ridiculous. And they should keep attacking us almost right away. So we might actually have to pull back these guys if we're going to be threatened with being surrounded. They're leaving Mosaisk undefended. I don't understand that. It's just the crappy AI. It's a very strong province to get units into. Whether we can supply them or not is different. Okay, these... Air supply. Air supply. Come on, these guys are just so slow. You gotta be kidding me. I think it might be partly that they don't have a headquarters. I don't know if that affects... I know it affects their combined arms bonus, but I don't know if that affects their time to recover. I'm going to do another spoiling attack here. I'm actually kind of concerned about 9th's retreat. 1 hour. Come on. This situation here is just freaking me out. Let's see. Ground attack. Ground attack. Okay, I think... Yeah, that tank division can move really fast, so I need to get across the river before they do. Okay, I think, yeah, 5th is going to get there just fine. Demyansk. Alright, we managed to hold. Man, we lost a lot doing it. This whole motorized corps is basically trashed. Okay, you guys are all going to go up here. And then we have this heavy panzer unit. We'll just attach that to 2nd Army for now. And you can go up there. It gets us some nice... let's see. I got the heavy A. We should probably give our motorized infantry battalion to this unit as well. Otherwise, we're kind of wasting them. Okay, I don't know if we'll be able to hold this unless they decide not to attack with a bunch of units. The route to Bryansk from the north is actually not so bad. It's just getting these attacks to kind of stop is going to be probably impossible. Okay, things in central Ukraine have stabilized for the most part. Okay. This corps is going to head to Mariupol, and this corps is going to hold on to Kerch. These guys will be heading north when they're done. I think we've... Yeah, I'm having so many supply issues now, I'm not convinced. Not even really convinced that I'll be able to... I was kind of hoping to use this 5th Panzer Corps to move along the river to link up here. I think I'm out of time for that, and these units are too battered. Soviet subs and Polish subs. That's nice. Okay, 1st Marine Corps is in position. Let's end that attack. 8th needs to go across the river immediately. 6th is going to hold a little bit longer to... We're going to switch to logistical bombing, actually. Let's do that. do that as well. Yeah. Okay, second motorized is starting to recover. They're only at 36,000 men. It's like 2 divisions worth of men in 5 divisions. It shows you how under strength they are. 16th. Miasma. Okay, nice. 20,000 casualties in the Soviets for very little losses. Ugra is not defensible, though, so if we can't get to Kaluga, which I don't think we will, we're going to have trouble holding this far forward. In fact, I'm going to pull all of second motorized further south. Okay. Not sure how well this is going to work. Most of these divisions are totally out of organization. And our air attacks on this province are keeping them low on organization as far as I can tell. Okay, yeah, this is stabilized. I don't think we're going to be pushing any further east. Okay, there's not much combat going on right now. I'm going to go up to 2 speed. Slow bend. Nice, that worked out. So they're running out of organization. They can't hold on to Zlobin at this point. Let's go 60th this way. Okay, put these guys down here now. Along with those guys, along with these guys. Okay, that frees up those divisions. Yeah, these divisions are getting some combat experience, which is nice. They're kind of crappy. They're spawned. Nice. 27th needs to come out of the line. There's our landing boats. We'll just put these in Danzig for now. We're not going to be using them for a while. Let's see. Yep. Okay, we can send... Oh, we already sent 10th. Okay, that's fine. We can send the headquarters later. We'll start retreating 6th across to the river to Kalilo Salmi. I think if we can reduce this, the logistics here, they won't feel like pushing to Tortola, so there's a chance we could hold this river line. I think it's probably unlikely in the bigger scheme of things, but one nice thing is it doesn't expose Salah to advance. No, it does, actually. No. Yeah, Ku'usama we need to cover, so we do need 5th and Salah. I was thinking we could push them further west, but probably not. Cool. These Marine divisions could use some combat experience. They're about to get it. Yeah, I think we're going to have to abandon Pino. It's too bad. I'm going to take these pillboxes out of production. We'll see if we can hold on to Demyansk. I'm not sure about that. I mean, an entire corps of motorized units will help, and then we're going to be putting a larger armored unit in there. Okay, these guys are going to head there. We'll move them over to Demyansk when they arrive. These guys aren't enough to build a unit out of by themselves. I'll just move them up to Tesovo in case we need a small stug force to defend the river crossings. We do have these railway artillery, but no one to assign them to yet. And I don't think we're going to be capturing Leningrad this winter. See what's going on up here. Yeah, they're moving fast enough. And let's, while we're at it, let's do a logistical attack on Rauna as soon as they capture that as well. Okay, 8th is in position in Rovaniemi. I'm not worried about Reserve. This Panzer Corps has been digging in for so long. They are basically invulnerable. And they're not attacking us with guards units either. Okay, yeah, they first motorized should get there in time. Start spreading these guys out a little bit. I will be moving them this way probably once they're recovered a bit. I think we're out of steam for this direction. It's a shame. How many units do we have surrounded here? 150,000. It's huge. Just gotta finish it out. We don't have to be attacking them for weeks. It could be done in a few days. Sixth. Okay. I think we can get across the river since we've started our retreat already. Okay, 9th. Yeah, 9th will be able to hold no problem. 8th is in really bad shape, but they're in defensive positions across the river. And 5th Mountain's almost there. 10th Mountain's in the region again, but they're not ready for use. This is not 7th Mountain, the replacement that's coming out in February. This is the new mountain core that we'll be constructing. We'll just start them over here and... Well, no. We'll just roleplay it. We're going to be building them in Austria. So this is 11th Mountain. That's where the headquarters units are anyway. 3rd Mountain Corps. Do I really care who the Corps commander is? The general selection in BICE is just really cool. It's very, very long. And like I've shown before, the ability to query these doctrines with filters is not useful unless I disable everything and then start working backward. And I've checked before these get re-enabled when you relaunch the game. So that's an unnecessary amount of work. Okay, that's our core for this. France is very, very weak. We're kind of taking a big gamble here. Okay. Come on, guys. All right. I think 5th Corps is holding out long enough that we should be able to get these guys into position. Those Marines showed up just in time. There's 2 mechanized Soviet divisions attacking Sestroretsk. Yep. Piercing attack. Okay, yeah, Ukraine is stable. That's going to change as soon as they get that, as soon as the Soviets get that winter offensive bonus. We're doing damage. I'm just concerned it's not fast enough. Oh, that's because 1st SS Brigade ran out of steam. Oh, well, this will help. There's the headquarters for them. This attack doesn't want to stop. Let's move 59th up. And we can actually move 60th up as well and start strengthening this area where we're very weak. Let's move 19th and 20th into Kislavici. I think 53rd is about to shatter. Yeah, our advance on Bryansk has probably failed. And they've moved units into Mozaisk, although... Yeah, we're spreading out a little bit here. If I capture Mozaisk, they're going to be able to attack us from 7 sides. And without Kaluga and Obinsk and Ruza on the flanks, I don't know how useful that is. I think we probably should just focus on holding this frontage this winter, which means that we're basically admitting that Barbarossa has failed. So we didn't, that's it, guys. We didn't reach our objectives for the year, and I think that was probably predetermined. I think I didn't have enough fast units to create enough overruns, and probably didn't micro my planes. Well, not probably, definitely didn't micro my planes well enough. And it's supposed to be hard, so I'm not beating myself up about it. But if we're going to defeat the Soviet Union at all, it's going to be next year or the year after even. And if we wait until 1944, we're going to have a disaster on our hands, as you'd expect. And that's because that's how it went in real life. Okay. I mean, we are causing a lot of damage. They're down to 122,000 men. I'm realizing our heavy armor division doesn't have a headquarters. We got 2 coming out. Is there a headquarters nearby we can donate? I mean, whatever. We need to put it into the line now. We'll fix that later. Andreapol, I think we can hold on to. Yeah, we got these Panzer Grenadier divisions into line just in time. Special purpose armor advance, amphibious ship advance. Okay, this is winding down. 100,000 now. We're totally out of supplies north of Kiev, which also means that our push in this direction is going to fail, or has failed. We're going to have trouble defending as well. I'd like to hold on to this Chernihiv corridor, but I think holding on to Konotop and Poltava is going to be next to impossible once all the winter bonuses start applying for the Soviets. Let's get this whole corps needs to head up north. We're out of time. You can take up the siege. Or sorry, you 3 can take up the siege. You can capture that, and then you 2 can go this way. We're already having to pull back. This infantry corps got here just in time. They've been digging in for a day. Okay, we did capture Kerch. Okay, you guys can strategically redeploy, and then we need this division up north now, ASAP. We're gonna admit defeat here and start pulling back. Because if we're not in supply, we're just sitting here for no reason. These guys are going to strategically pull back, which means we have to abandon Konotop. And let's see if our supply situation improves with a slight pullback. How far can these guys get this way? Choyniki, let's do that. pull these guys out, and let's just do... Oh, they're in Babrutsk. Let's give them a break for a second. Okay, this is almost done. Let's pull 2nd SS out of the line. We'll attack with these guys again just briefly. We win. Very good. Okay, so that frees up a whole nother infantry corps. So let's start pushing these guys north. Because we don't really have a choice. And that frees up this whole corps to go to Homel. We're actually 15th. Damn, I just let a division shatter. Yeah, so we're overextended. I need to pull back to here and start getting out of dodge. Barbarossa has failed. I might even have to abandon Rzhev to shorten the line even further. We'll see. I'm going to pull these two out to start recovering them. Okay. These guys are going to head north. Something like that. Oh, come on. These guys need to be strategically redeploying. Yeah, first motorized is holding Demyansk pretty well for the moment. I'm happy about that. Leningrad siege is holding. Infantry radio communications, that gives us defensiveness and toughness bonuses. Very nice. Let's move 1 and 3 into Inner Gulf of Finland. That will actually get some gunfire support right here. We lost an air battle. I don't think so. Let's go air superiority with JG9 and see what happens. Huh. Might be a bug. It's naval attack. So our multi-role fighters actually don't have the detection to see that submarine. But I'm almost certain that our naval bombers will, which should be available in a few months. 12. Okay. You need to head back there. This whole front collapsed. I think with the forests in Polkachuk and Dogobors, we should be able to hold out. I'm still worried about this corridor between the river and Polkachuk, Myrstisla area. We don't really have a choice. We have to hold it. And I need to pull these guys back too to strengthen this area. Battle of Yalta. Okay, expected that. I was hoping this would help our supply situation. It doesn't appear to have helped much right away. Okay. We do have supplies in Cherniv. So that's an improvement. We don't have supplies in this area, which kind of means we don't have a choice but to pull back, because it's not going to improve later in the winter. It's only going to get worse. Okay. Let's stop. I don't want to pull back much further than this, because if we pull back another 2 or so provinces, we open up the rear of Army Group Center between Vitebsk and Smolensk, which just would be basically admitting that the game is over. I need to hold at Doroboguz in front of Smolensk. 3rd. 15th. I think there's a better chance of doing that. It's just going to be risky for a little bit here. Let's put this guy down there. Okay, if we retreat to Ripki, we kind of are admitting that we need to abandon Cherniv, so I'm going to just make that decision right now. Let's move these guys back. So this is better to be doing this now than when we're under incessant attack from the Soviets. If we wait until then, we will actually have serious issues even withdrawing. Because let's... Well... No, I'm going to hold here for now, because I would be having to pull back to the Dnieper if I pull back any further, which I might have to do anyway. Might have to pull back to the river anyway. Okay, let's pull these infantry out just to recover them a bit. I think the motorized guys and the heavy tank group should be able to hold on to Demyansk for now. Let's get... Well, these infantry need to recover a bit longer. These motorized units are out of supply. But they're not going to be very useful out here out of supply either, so... I think we're going to hold on to Kislevici. Supply. So these guys don't even have supply in Brest-Litovsk. Let's get Hitler's personal transport plane, because that's how desperate we are, to Breslau, and then we can send them on a supply mission to Brest. That should help our transports there take off. Air supply. Air supply. Okay, I think we've been digging in. Yeah, I don't think this is going to fall. I think our northern flank is probably okay. It's this area that's the most concerning, and central Ukraine that still worries me. You can see these heavy tank units are coming into the line now. Let's send 3rd and 5th, or 3rd and 4th SS up there to plug that gap. Teeth. Okay, these need to get out of there. Okay, that's better. Okay, you're gonna go there. Let's just fix all of these commands. Yeah, that works, that works. Feel kind of bad abandoning these woods, but we can't really hold on to that. In fact, I don't think we can probably hold on to Ripke either. I'm going to pull these guys over the river. At least we'll get the river bonus. These guys are going to go down to Desna. And we're going to abandon Cherniv and go to Kozolets. And that will shorten the line a little bit and will allow us to spread some of these panzer divisions out to this area. That's going well so far. Okay, we're about to have some IC freed up. Kislevaci. Okay, that's like our weak spot right now. I wish I had more of those heavy tank divisions. Let's check on how that's doing. So if we look at the Battle of Demyansk, our motorized divisions have 34 piercing and 18 armor, and our heavy tank division has 53 piercing and 47 armor, which is, I think, really good. And it's not even, well, the support brigades aren't even fully upgraded yet, so that will be getting better. I think it's doubtful that we're going to lose Demyansk this winter. We'll have to be more careful about the flank. Although our infantry is recovering a little bit, at least in Andreapol, it's still kind of shaky. We do have to keep an eye on this Luga River line here. Let's see, First Army. I'll attach this Stug group to the Marine Army Command for now. And this Stug group can be a emergency backup. And we'll throw them into the line in Luga Batitskaya for some combat experience. We do have air superiority over Leningrad. We've stabilized things in Finland. We have 10th Mountain in reserve now. They're not quite ready to be used, but they'll be available in an emergency. We do have an entire reserve corps of mountain divisions, and I have half a mind, since this situation has improved a lot, to send them to central Ukraine, southeastern Belarus, because our flank right here is kind of open. And we don't want, well, I guess the flank, in a way, the marshes are kind of supporting our southern flank at least, but the northern flank of Army Group South is very, very weak. So we'll just have to keep an eye out on that. These mountain divisions are pretty great defensive fighters in hills and, well, let's just look. Hills and mountains and forest. And woods, a little bit in marshes. So what is our terrain like north of Kyiv? It's not great defensive terrain, unless we want to pull all the way back to the marshes, but that opens up even more of an avenue for them to outflank Kyiv. I could put that entire mountain corps into Desna, which would free up some divisions here to move south. And I think I'm going to do that because trading some space in Finland is not the end of the world, but if we get outflanked north of Kyiv, we're going to be in a world of hurt. So we'll send this corps up there when they're done organizing. And we'll probably have to stabilize things in Ukraine. It's now November 1st. It's not an emergency yet, but I have a feeling it will be. Just looking at the divisions that we have available. Case Anton. So this is a big deal. So Vichy France is dead, and that's mostly because of the torch landings. So when North Africa was invaded by the Americans and the British in November of 42, Germany took that as a violation of Vichy France's sort of not very plausible neutrality. So they conquered the rest of metropolitan France, which was not difficult. We don't have any units to cover southern France, really, except for these Indian divisions, so I guess we'll send them down to Grenoble and we'll use them as garrisons for the ports. I'm going to have to reorganize these divisions. They're really, really bad, but I can use these brigades to recreate them later. I have a little bit of a... Not really. I have like two very understrength divisions in Holland. I have some paratrooper brigades that by themselves are not meaningful because they don't have any support brigades available yet. We will be building 10 infantry divisions in France. That'll help a lot. We'll have an SS mountain division that we'll probably be using in Yugoslavia and Greece just to deal with partisans, but we could send it to the Eastern Front if it's an emergency. We'll be doing a new tank corps in theory for France, but you know, if things are really going south in Russia, we can send them that way. And I don't expect the Italian North Africa army to last much longer, so I'm going to have to start thinking about building some units for Italy. Hopefully we have a few months to figure that out. But yeah, the Soviet Union is our primary effort right now. So I'm going to actually pull out of Pokrovsky just to straighten the line a little bit. I don't think we're going to hold it anyway. When this corps gets into position, we can move that infantry right here, and we can spread some of this armor out. I'd like to hold Mariupol. I believe Mariupol is a victory point. It is. It's worth 2 points. That would be great to hold on to. Demyansk, as we mentioned in the beginning of last video, I think, is going to be attacked the entire winter, almost nonstop. We've managed to build in a somewhat of a reserve in this area, so I'm less concerned than I was about an hour ago. And I think we're going to leave it there. Let's just look at the greater strategic situation real quick at the end of the video, and then we'll peace out until next time. So we've failed at our Barbarossa invasion. We do have a stable front line. It's not like if you know your history, it's not like December 1941 where we have whole units routing necessarily. But we're going to be running into some serious supply issues, and then these mechanized units that are attacking us and these guard divisions have very, very high winter attack modifiers when you factor in their territorial pride and some other bonuses that the Soviet Union gets to mimic that winter counteroffensive. So things are going to get really dicey. We're going to attempt to hold along the Luga River, Demyansk, I believe, I don't know the name of this river, along the front we've established east of Smolensk, along the river east of Homel, down to the rivers north of Kiev. We may have to withdraw to the Dnieper proper. I hope not, but I suspect that we will. We just don't have enough. We don't have enough armor really to cover this, and you can just see the sheer amount of units the Soviets have. And then we may have to pull back to Nikopol, Zaporozhye down here, and then maintain a connection to Crimea somehow. But that'll be in the next video. France is stable for now. We hope we're taking a gamble that the British don't land some units here, because we don't have very many mobile divisions to counter that. And Finland is stable, so I'm not worried about it. Thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments, or feel free to direct message me if you're confused about something or wondering what my thought process was. I really do appreciate the conversation, and if you like the video, hit the like button. I'll see you next time.